NDI for at least 5 years has recognized that mobile phones is the way that citizens in emerging democracies around the world are going to be connected to the network, to the internet, etc. So that last mile piece is no longer a question of the digital divide. It's not about internet cafes. It's about phones. And so how are we, how is NDI going to, sort of innovate in that space further? I think the challenge we've had is that we've figured out the text messaging in elections, but we really haven't tapped the potential. There's so much more work we could be doing in civic work around the areas of rights and human rights observing and different sort of political process monitoring. There's all kinds of political party opportunities. There's even roles for legislatures and others.
Well, even though we're saying that there is a growing number of mobile users in Africa, there is a growing there is more and more access to mobile phones, but still the cost is still a problem. The cost not only for the mobile device, but also the cost for the credit. Let's say, for example, in the DRC, this is one of the problem, even though they have almost 5 to 10 network providers, but you still see the average costs of a local call per minute is still varying between 50 cents to $1, which is pretty much high when you consider the level, the average of the daily income for a family of 4 is roughly $1. So people are still actually debating to make choice between buying credit for phone or buying food for family. So this is still a problem, and I think what I would like to see is to have a lower and lower cost for the mobile phone itself as device, but also the network providers should think how to lower the cost for the credit in order to make it more accessible and more affordable.
I think going forward, the kind of expanding some work with the major vendors so that they understand how their tool is being used by the advocacy community. I think that's a pretty important focus for the community, and I'd like to see more work there. I think the more transparency among the analytics and the campaigns about what's working and how to improve our use of this medium is really important. And seeing MobileActive actually more involved in the selection and funding of innovation and projects.